All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Depends on where you are connected. My name is Emmanuel Adegbola, as you guys know, popularly known as the Forex Apostle. Today's Q&A, we're going to be starting in a minute, but we have, I think, about 2 or 3 new people that would love them to introduce themselves. And of course, as our culture, it's always good to know your why. Why did you do, or why are you doing what you are doing? So I can see we have Mr. Benga, we have, let me see, we have Chilet, right? So let me start from you, Mr. Benga. So will you introduce yourself to the class, and why did you decide to join the Forex Apostle Mentoring?
Good morning, everyone. I hope you can hear me clearly.
Yes, even though your sound is a little bit low.
All right, I'll see how to quickly adjust that. But my name is, like you said, my name is Benga Olowo. I am new to Forex, but before I joined this particular program, I've been searching online. I've been getting some free training on YouTube, but free can always, or can, has a limit. There's a limit to where it will take you. And so, and I believe I have gotten to that limit. And I wanted more knowledge. I wanted to gain an insight to know what I'm doing instead of gambling. So I've known Pastor Emmanuel Adegbola for quite some time now. And I've been following him. Every time he posts something, I will attend the meetings. And at the point, I feel like, you know, it's about time I get a mentor to actually mentor me through this whole process. For me to get to my next level, I need to get a mentor. And I find him qualified, and I find him very trustworthy, and I find him very somebody who holds, I hold in high esteem when it comes to this Forex, because trust me, I've tried all sorts. I've looked online, you know, I review people, you know, some people will tell you what you want to hear, but at the end of the day, they will charge you so much money, but they will give you little to go by. But again, this is not to, you know, blow the trumpet of Emmanuel Adegbola. His record speaks for himself. But at the same time, he's somebody that I think is a blessing to have, especially in this generation. My why is to get financial freedom to take care of me, my community, my immediate family, and my community. I want to give back to the community. And you can't give back to the community if you truly don't have anything to give back. So I'm trusting by joining this and me doing what my parts, and I'm trusting that this will catapult me to the next level.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, boss. You are welcome. If you guys don't know, that's my guy at the top right there. Okay, so we have Uchechi. Are you there? Can you introduce yourself to the class, and why did you join the Forex Apostle Mentoring Program? Uchechi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so go ahead. Could you introduce yourself to the class and tell us why you joined the program?
Okay, so my name is Uche. I'm a student. I joined because one of my aunties is in the program, and she told me about it. And I've been trading live, but I blew one of my accounts, so I decided that I need some mentorship. And basically, I think where I see myself in the future is not working the 9 to 5 and just being an independent business person. And I feel like this would take me to where I want to be.
Awesome, awesome. You are welcome. If I'm not mistaken, possibly Uche is our youngest students, and it's good you start. I wish I started when I was like you, you know. Someone was saying that why the education system can only make you become an employee. The traditional education system does not make us to become employer of labor. But something like this is not taught in colleges. We need to go extra mile to get that done. Please mute your line when you are joining. Go ahead and mute your line. So do we have any new person, any new student with us, any new person that would love to introduce him or herself? Okay, while we are waiting for that, I saw a video just a few minutes ago and I think I love it and I would like to share that with us before we continue. So let me share my screen.
You can't be laughing from Monday to Sunday. There's a time to work. There's a time to be serious. You must hang around people who challenge you, not people who laugh at your jokes all the time. People who will tell you, let's do business, not let's go and have shisha all the time. People who will say, you know, people are thinking this low, we need to think that high. People who challenge you to be better academically, to be better as a person, you understand? But remember, there are people around you who are happy because you are playing in mediocrity or celebrating average success. You understand? When you are with people who celebrate average success, they're the ones who are holding the key to your mortuary.
Yeah.
So you have to say goodbye, go. If you want to be better, hang around people who are where you aspire to be. People who will make you feel naked. People who will make you feel less educated, not by them putting you down, but by being around them. People who, when you tell them you want to go on holiday, and you say you want to go to Mombasa, they say, no, we are going for a conference in South Africa for entrepreneurs. Not people who will tell you, oh, let's go and have fun, let's go and drink ourselves silly, let's go and sleep around. No, not at all. People who will challenge you by how they're living their lives. And you will aspire to get to where they are. And as you get to where they are, there are people behind you who will also aspire to where you are. So catch me if you can kind of friendship is what you need. Not let's be on the same radar. You know, I mean, if I want to be a good presenter, let me hang around you. I cannot hang around a radio presenter if I want to be a good TV presenter. But I'm not saying you hate them, but they're people you must love from far.
Are you saying that we want one thing, but we do another?
Absolutely.
So you want to be wealthy, but you also want to sit at home every day.
You want to be wealthy, but your mind is full of poverty. In fact, you are the headquarters of poverty because it starts up here.
So you want to be fit, and you
don't
want
go
to
to
be
the
trim,
gym.
but you watch gym videos while eating.
Yes, and that's where people are.
Yeah.
You picture this beautiful lifestyle. You picture this thing that you want to be. But remember, it's not an abracadabra. You must make some steps. Blood, sweat, and tears must be there.
And we need to want to work. We need
You
to
have
want to push ourselves.
You have to work towards where you want to be.
Yeah.
So today, you have to look at the mistakes you've made today and make sure you don't make them tomorrow. You know, and say the one thing is that you must say goodbye to some people. Show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. You understand? And the problem is, it's easy to let go of people you don't like. But sometimes people you may not necessarily like are the ones who are important to you and for your upward mobility. You must have people who can rebuke you and tell you, listen, this is not how it's supposed to be done. If you want to be better tomorrow, you have to be around people who will not necessarily tell you what you want to hear, but they will tell you what you need to hear. But if you hang around people who laugh at your jokes, every day,
Yeah.
believe me, you're not going nowhere.
They're like, yes, man.
Yeah, people who are telling you, I think you are the best. Those people are the worst. And unfortunately, most of us hang around people who tell us what we want to hear.
Because it feels good.
But the results, the repercussions are not good.
But it feels good though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but after some time, when
get
you're
it.
70 and not married,
Yeah.
will they be telling you the same things? Some will be dead. Some will be laughing at you. You'll be sitting under a tree, very single and broke. Broker than a church mouse, and then you start asking them, where were you?
Yeah.
But I hang around people who challenge me, people who can tell me, Robert, I think you're messing around here.
Yeah.
And as they challenge me, there are people who follow me that I challenge them as well. You understand? So please, whoever's listening, look at the people around you and start saying goodbye to them. If you hang around people who only send you, please call me thank yous every day, you're in the wrong crowd.
All right. I hope that makes sense to somebody. If you really want to make it in entrepreneurial journey, there are some people basically that they can't just be in your life. It's not maybe you hate them, but simply because they are negative to you. They are negative to your life. People that will be telling you you can't do it. They will tell you 1,001 reasons why that thing cannot work. Okay, and of course, talking about work, yes, Forex is easy, but you also need to understand that it requires work. What kind of work? For instance, what we are doing right now, we are working because you are learning. Secondly, it depends on your trading strategies. If you happen to be trading a London session and you are in US, you are in Canada, it will require you waking up early when people are sleeping. Okay, there are times you have to deny yourself some certain things. I mean, maybe there is a party going on, maybe there is one Owambe party and all those kind of things, and you know, okay, you want to trade the Asian market. So it comes to sacrifice. It comes to sacrifice. I don't want to turn this to a motivational session, but at the same time, I think that is what is responsible. Please kindly mute your line if you are connected. Mute your line, and if you are connected, mute your line. I can hear some. Go ahead and mute your line if you are connected, please. Else, I will mute everybody and nobody will be able to unmute themselves. Emmanuel Goyo, can you mute yourself? Okay, cool. Thanks. Awesome. So we have 1 hour to spend together for our Q&A session, and I think Bishop says he has a load of questions to bombard us with today. So let's get started. Who wants to go first? We have a Q&A session. First of all, I want to welcome all our new disciples to the fold, and I hope you will have a nice ride with us. So once you have logged into to your account, start from the VIP session, and of course the lessons are structured weekly. And by His grace, very soon our new website will be rolling it out. Let me even just show it to us. We are building a new the whole program. We are rebuilding the whole thing, and right now this is what we have. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So we are rebuilding and we are integrating affiliate program also into it. So basically what that means is that our ability to put also more money into your pockets. What that means is, okay, let's say you are a student and of course you have your own affiliate link where you'll be able to refer people to the program, and once you refer them, you get paid. Please do me a favor, if you have babies, just mute your line, thank you. So this is the website we are rebuilding, and the whole program from the Tradermatic will be migrated to, so it's all about the education, mentoring, and community. That's what we are trying to build. And of course, we have, so we are also changing our payment structure. If we're going to put more money into your pocket, also we will be, please mute your line. I can still hear some sound. So this is the affiliate program aspect of it. So this is the site, and so as time goes on, very, very soon it will be launched. So, okay, so let's start from Samuel Bishop. I think he said he has a bunch of questions, right? So Bishop, are you there? Bishop, are you there? Who wants to go first? I still hear some noise. Okay, I'm going to mute everybody if nobody is willing to go first. It's Q&A, so you guys have questions, go ahead and ask your question now.
Yes, sir, I have questions, sir.
Okay, please go ahead and please move away from the noise. I can see you have some background noise there.
Yes, my name is Samuel Bishop. My question, I have just 3 major questions. One, when I set up my Tradermatic, the box color line is always going off.
The box color always going off?
Yes.
What do you mean by going off?
That when I went to the settings, to the custom settings, and I change the settings, if I come back, the settings will disappear.
Okay. Okay.
I will not. So I will not see the settings again next time I start the computer.
Okay.
That is number one.
Okay.
Number two, can I have multiple accounts on one computer?
Can
Because,
you have multiple accounts?
Yes, on one laptop.
But multiple
the first account
with one broker?
Yeah, with one broker.
Okay.
Let's say FX Choice. I had an account. I started with $100. So I want to know but I want, my target is to start with 1,000.
Okay.
And I thought it was 1,000 I chose. Later I saw that it was 100.
Okay.
So that's my question. If I can start another
so
account.
That's number two. So number three.
Okay. Number three is how do I know my own type of trade? That is the one that is suitable to my personality. I think I prefer scalper. I mean, scalping, the one that you just enter, collect some money and run away. Like that, like a book of distribution.
Okay.
So that's my question.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the questions. They are great questions. So now the first one, talking about your box, the color on Tradermatic disappearing, it simply means that maybe you did not save, you didn't save the template. You see, once you make a change to the template, you have to save it. And let me see if I can bring out so let's see this. So let's this one now. If let me just open I'm going to open. Let me just open this. So if I go and I'm just going to load something. Okay, let's say this. So I have this, and let's say I come to Tradermatic. Okay, if you don't get it that way, all you have to do is, if you want to make any change on your Tradermatic or your template, you right-click empty area on your chart, then you go to properties, then, you right-click, you go to indicators list, indicators list, then this is what we want to edit. Actually, the latest version is version 1.03. This is 102. So now we click on edit. So once you go to that edit, you make the change. So let's say this bullish color now, I want to change it from this, maybe change it to something like this. And I say, okay. So if I click this, now it changes, right? But if I don't save this, you can't automatically get it back next time. So what I have to do is go to my chart, then you see save template, then either you save it to replace what is there, or I can just, for the sake of what we are doing now, I'll call this one example template. So just to demonstrate that. So let's say, okay, I now go ahead now to demonstrate what I just said. If I go back to that template here and edit, so let me change it back to what was there before. But this time around, I will not save it. So now I didn't save it. If I now go, let's say I open another chart. Let's just say I open another chart and I go to chart and I click on template and I look for that exam temp. What it will give to me was what was there before, because I did not save the recent one, the recent change that I made. So does that make sense to you, Bishop? So once you make a change, once you made a change to your template in any way, you have to make sure you save it to replace the template. Is that clear? Any question on that before we move to the next question? Any question on that? You understand that one, right? You are muted, so I can't hear you.
Yes, I understand that question very well, and that answer.
Okay, good. So
The next one.
Okay, so the next question you ask is multiple account on one computer. Yes, you can have more than one account with one broker, and you can have more than one MetaTrader 4. We call it instance of a MetaTrader 4 on your computer. But before you do that, before you start running 2 accounts, I will tell you from experience that it could be very, very confusing. Okay, so
but how do I delete the second one?
What do you say?
How do I delete the first one then?
Yeah, we'll get.
Can I delete the first one?
Yeah, we'll get to that place. We'll get there. How you can delete. So my advice for you is face 1 account first. Okay, grow 1 account first. You can start the account with $100 as you have started. You can start with $200, $500. You can grow that account to maybe 1,000, 2,000. I mean, because it's going to take the same effort. Now, when you are trading 2 accounts, I will tell you, I have up to about 8 different accounts. I don't manually trade more than 2 or 3 by myself. I have artificial intelligence on other ones that take care of it. So you have to, especially when you are just starting, you want to start, maybe you are trading EURUSD, you want to focus on EURUSD. You are trading indices, you want to focus on indices. So you focus, just like I would not advise you today, you trade EURUSD, tomorrow you trade a GBP USD, next tomorrow you trade indices, another day you trade gold. You will not know the pairs you are trading. Okay, so it's good.
Yes.
It's just like when you are dating. You date somebody today, you date another one tomorrow, you date another one next week. Then you will never get married, because if you eventually get married, you might end up marrying a wrong person because you did not really know whom you are dating. But when you date somebody and you stick with that person for a while, you get to know each other, even though you don't know your spouse until that person dies finally. But at least you know a little bit of that person. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So now say, okay, you now have those two accounts installed. Number 1, I will advise you to delete. But now let's now assume, okay, you want to install, you know what you are doing, you want to run 2 accounts. And the only one circumstance that I could recommend 2 accounts. Let's say, for example, you are trading one manually, and you have like maybe robots or artificial intelligence on another account. So you could have another account, okay, and that you know that, okay, you are not dealing with that separate. I mean, you just leave that, you are not manually trading that. Does that make sense now? So, or maybe you have 2 accounts, you might want to try 2 different strategies on 2 different accounts. Maybe you are using Tradermatic on one and you want to use Sniper on 2 on the second one. You could do that, but just know when you are getting started, it will be a lot of work on your part. So how do you install another instance? When you get to, let me see if I could get, let's quickly, let me go to FX choice. I'm just going to pick FX choice. Give me a minute, I will just download. For some of you, I believe everybody know by now how to download your MetaTrader 4. We use MetaTrader 4, so you go to MetaTrader 4. So let's say, okay, I want to download, I download this. So once it's downloaded, I want to show how you install a new instance of, so I'm going to open it.
94.
So now, once it's opened, I'm going to say yes. So you see where it says settings right here. Everybody, can you see that? So
yes,
this place that it says settings, you click on settings, then you will see where it says FX choice MetaTrader 4. So this place, you can name it another stuff. Maybe I can name it something that will separate that folder. So then the same name you give to that, you also name it right here. Then you click on next. So by the time you continue like that, it's going to install a new instance of the MetaTrader for you. Like, for example, now if I click on next, is going to definitely install a brand new FX choice on my computer, different to what I have there before. And because once you install that, it's going to be on another folder entirely. It's going to be on another folder, and that is what you will have. So that is how you have that. Then to delete, you just go to your desktop, delete that particular file if you don't want it, because you don't want to be getting confused. So once you delete it, then you can also go to the directory where you have that file installed and delete the entire folder. Okay, so this is the one we just installed right now, you see? So this is the one we just installed, and if I have another account now, I can just log into it. It's totally different to this one right there. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that's how you deal with that. So that's number 2. Then number 3 is how to recognize your trading style. That's a very big question right there. And a lot of things, a lot of factors are responsible. Number 1, your lifestyle. Do you have a job? If you have a job that you work full time, it will not be advisable you go by scalping. Because when you are scalping, it simply means you are trading on either 1 minute or 5 minutes chart.
Yes.
And maybe you are a kind of person that once you get to work, you don't even have access to your cell phone, you don't have access to, you can't use computer at work. So it will not be encouraging for you to be scalping. Then you can also be a day trader. A day trader means, I mean, if you get to Tradermatic, we talk about all of that features right there. If you get to, I believe, week right on the lessons, you see week 5, we discuss the scalping with Tradermatic. Week 6, we discuss swing trading with Tradermatic. Week 7, we discuss day trading with Tradermatic. So that week 5, 6, and 7, at the end of those 3 weeks, you should be able to kind of put 1 + 1 together to know what style. And for you to actually conclude on the style that fits you, sometimes you might have to practice to see. Okay, let's say you are a day trader. Day trading means you open the trade that day and you close it before end of the day. End of the day means whether it's a loss or profit, that trade must close before the end of the day. If your trade crosses over to the second day, it's no longer day trading, it's now swing trading. So that is number 1. Number 2, you have to look at your personality, your temperament. Are you patient enough? Are you patient enough? We talk about,
no, I'm not.
Like, let's say you are a swing trader, and you remember we will be looking into EURUSD for a while. We discussed EURUSD, we discussed on daily chart. If you look at this EURUSD from this day, from this week, it has been up and down. Look at it. It has been up and down from this period right here to, so you look into like almost 45 days, almost, like right there. So if you are, let's say you are trading EURUSD, and EURUSD you are trading, you are on you are holding a long position, and you are trading on daily chart, and you see this, keep ranging like this. Okay, keep ranging like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. You remember we'll be talking about this, that okay, there might be breakout, and eventually we have this breakout. But if you are not patient enough, you would have closed the trade either here or here, or so if you want to be a swing trader, patience has a major role to play. Sometimes you could wait for some trades for days. The same thing like this. If you want to trade, you are on, or let's say you are trading EURUSD now, you have to wait to see a green light before you enter a trade. If you are a naked chart trader like that, then There are some people that are trained trading. There are some people that are reversal trader. There are some people that they are swing trader, like a range trader. So there is no one that is good. There is no one that is bad. It just have to depends on your personality. So for instance, you enter a trade, like this, the EURUSD, you enter a trade, as I said, okay, and can you wait for proper setup? Can you wait for proper setup? Can you wait for, or you enter a trade and that trade is going negative? And can you trust the system you are using? So all of that contributes to what is called your own trading style. I don't know, maybe I'm answering your question, but there's no yes or no. There's no ABC to it, but it comes by you practicing. Somebody like me, I do a lot of things. I do coaching. I'm involved in the work of ministry. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I do charity works. Of course, I do a lot of another kind of businesses up and down. So for me, trading on 1 minute or 5 minutes might not be an ideal situation for me. But sometimes also I do it if I'm trading London market. At that particular time, it's my 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I'm not involved in any other thing around that particular time. I can afford to trade any time frame because it's like my 2 a.m., my 3 a.m. I'm not involved in any other thing at that time. My wife is sleeping, the kids are sleeping. Every other thing I have going on is they are resting at that time. I'm not preaching. I'm not. I mean, I might be praying, but I'm not. You understand what I'm saying? So around that time, I can afford to trade on 1 minute. But during the day, I cannot afford to go on 1 minute and be trading on 1 minute because I can just place a trade on 1 minute, and before you know it, I receive a call, maybe from a member of the church, or something that I just have to attend to, or maybe I'm attending to a student, or maybe something, and I've forgotten that I actually opened a trade on 1 minute. So all of that contributes to your trading style. Now, it is my responsibility to teach you guys different style, to teach you guys different trading style. Now, all the styles, all the trading styles that I'm teaching is not for everybody. Does that make sense? This might work for you, another one might work for this person. Then even you might even discover a new one that I did not teach. All you have to do is, okay, during the course of you practicing, you just, like for example, is one of my students that discovered initially the original version of Tradermatic do not have this 50 EMA. It was one of my students that actually discovered this, that, oh, Apostle, why don't we introduce this based on his back testing? And it showed me all his back testing that, okay, it's more reliable when we have the signal above the 50 EMA. And I look into it and I said, yeah, I think this makes sense. And that was how we integrated it into it and we introduced it. So you too can discover something like that, that, okay, you know what, this is from my, and that is where you are able to demonstrate, where you're able to back texting, where you are able to do your own due diligence. Does that make sense? Awesome, awesome. Another question that those are very, very nice and great questions.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Please, I want to ask, is there any particular account type that you use for swing trading, considering the fact of this swap? Because I realized most times I leave my trade for a while, for some days. I see that the swap I've been charged is always high.
Yes, I used to trade on FX Choice Pro account, but for a while now I changed to Classic. And the reason why I changed to Classic is because their swap is cheaper, even though the spread might be higher than Pro. But I think a Classic is more okay. And another thing that I like about the Classic account type with with FX Choice is, you open your trade and you close that trade within that day. You don't pay any swap. You don't pay any commission. For some of you that possibly don't know what we're talking about, swap is this. So like this account now, take a look at this. this is Ugo's way. So when you look at this, when you look at this trade, you see this swap right now, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, commission 0.0, all those stuff. So, but if it is, please mute your line, thank you. So if it is a classic account, it will not pay that swap, especially if I open it a day and close it a day. But if you are a swing trader, you have to put all of this into consideration because it all adds up. And there are some currency pairs that when our position that you are holding, sometimes it will even be to your own advantage, and so on and so forth. Okay, thank you. Any other question? Please mute your line if you have kids with you. Mute your line if you have kids with you, please. Thank you.
Hello, Apostle.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So somebody was asking on the forum if they can install MT4 on iOS.
On where?
iOS. Mac.
I can't hear I think there's echo right there.
Hold on.
Hello? Okay, another person can ask why he's getting himself
so
ready.
What he said was whether one can install MT4 on Mac laptop with iOS
yeah, sure,
system.
you can. I don't use Mac. One way or the other, I don't just know what do me on the Mac product. I don't use Mac, but I believe there are some of the brokers that we enable you to do that. Like for instance, if you go to that FX choice that we downloaded from, I think it will show you on possibly on Windows, and some will say on Mac. Yes, you should be able to do that. But for some weird reason, Tradermatic doesn't install well on Mac products. So I believe we have about 2 or 3 of our members that have tried to install Tradermatic on Mac, and they have to end up transferring it to Windows. So we are looking into that options to fix it, but for now, also like for example, here is an iPhone and iPad. That is, but that's not really Mac, but this is an Apple product. So but there are some other brokers that will show you, okay, for Windows, for this. So, but I've not used it. I use Windows. All right. Next question. Next questions are your strategies, or you want to give a feedback on your trading. Those are the kind of things that we're supposed to be doing. Okay, you traded, you lost the money. What happened? What did you find out from your feedback? You enter a trade, okay, it hit your take profits. Okay, yeah. What was your feedback? So who would like to share? That is most of the things we should be doing. Reviewing your trades, okay? Learn from your failing steps and celebrate your success, you know, and so on and so forth. Who would like to share his or her trading experience, or I mean, apart from just asking questions? We have 20 minutes more.
I have a question, please.
Okay, ma'am.
You know, when you are trading the currency pairs and you have the, there are 2 lines, one red and the other, the white one, which indicates the prices.
Let me share my screen. Are you talking about this side?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes they are close together, the 2 lines, and sometimes they are far apart.
Like this? What do you mean? Like close together, far apart? Like what?
Oh, they actually, I think they represent each currency, those lines. One is red.
I don't understand your question.
Mm.
No, just explain try to explain what you're trying to ask. Say that. This side is for price.
Yes.
This
Like
side is for dates.
Okay. Now you have where you have 1.21169, then you have the red one on top.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. I got what you mean.
Sometimes they are close together, sometimes far apart. And when they are far apart,
yes,
it takes time before it's what do I say before?
That is spread. You know, that is spread. Like when you trying, the market is closed. Okay, like right now, you see this price right now. Yeah. So one is bid and the other one is ask. So right there, that is where you have those two close to each other. So this one here, you see 169, that is the one down. The 11244 is the one up right there. So sometimes when there is maybe there is a volatile market, there's a news release and all those kind of stuff, yes, it could be very wide. And sometimes it comes closer. And the EURUSD is one of the pairs that I don't know why I got stuck with EURUSD for a while now. I didn't normally used to even because it's most tradable currency pairs and very volatile, but it has a very low spread. So it's yeah, that is your spread right there. Do you remember we talked about spread, that when you are placing a trade, once you place a trade, sometimes that trade you just see minus $20 immediately that you place the trade, and you say, okay, the market is going up and I place a buy position. Why is this showing this? That is the spread.
Yeah.
And that is where the brokers make their own money. So whether you make money or you don't make money, they make this their own money. And it's the difference between the bid and the ask and the bid price. Okay?
Okay, so would you advise that we don't trade if there's a big gap?
It depends. There is a news event. Some people don't like to trade a volatile market because of the wide spread. And there are some currency pairs also that have that very, very wide spread, like all these exotic pairs, or during the news, the spread that is just like a 2 pips originally could increase to like 20 pips. So if you are placing a trade when the spread is 2 pips, okay, and if you make 20 pips with that trade, you have made money, right? But if you now place the same trade when the spread is 20 pips, even if you make 20 pips, it's like you have not made anything, because everything will go towards your spread for your broker. So that is one of the disadvantages of trading the news. And of course, we'll look into that, the news trading. There are 4 things you do with the news. Okay, you can trade before the news, you can trade the news itself, you can trade after the news, or you can just stay off the news. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Like if you are trading indices are that you see a very big spread. All right. One more question before we look into the market for the week, and we'll close it for the day.
Apostle.
Yes.
Please, I know this might be a newbie's question. How do you recognize a major reversal from a pullback? Because some of us are starting new. You don't, when you say the swing like that, and you know it's an uptrend, you don't know if it's a major reversal or it's just a pullback.
Okay, so thanks for the question. To recognize a major reversal, there are a lot of strategies and it also depends on the time frame you are using. For instance, you can see EURUSD on daily. Somebody looking at this will say, okay, this is up, right? This is uptrend. But if somebody now comes down to EURUSD 15 minutes, then somebody will say, oh, this is down. So the time frame you are trading determines how you see your own reversal. Does that make sense now? And that is why we talk about the factor of 1 to 4, then 1 to 6. So let's say, for instance, if I'm trading on 15 minutes, My main trend, I will be looking at 1 hour. Sometimes I look at four hours chart. Okay, so but to make it easy, to make it simple, let's look at H1 and 15 minutes. So as long as the trend on 1 hour chart is up, I will always be placing buy on 15 minutes because I'm trading with respect to this. That's why we say trend is your friend. So now, the moment we now have a reversal on H1, then I can now say, okay, the trend has reversed. That is one, if you are using multiple charts. But if you are using a single chart like this, the reason why we introduce this is to be our filter. So it's going to be our filter. The moment the price is above this, all you are looking to do is to buy. And when the price is below it, all you are looking to do is to short. To short means to sell. So for instance, if you are trading on 15 minutes, I will be going short right here. Okay. If you are trading on 15 minutes, I will go long right here. But it means I will not place any trade here. Maybe I will place a trade here because I can see it breaks that, I come on that, so you go short over here also. You set your take profit to be here. Okay, so it's, do you get now? You can look at it as a single, you can look at this as a double chart. Now, if I'm looking at this as a double chart, so for instance, this, let's close this one. I sent you guys a document last week. I don't know if how many of you read it, the multiple chart, yes. Multiple chart trading. So this is how my chart will always look like if I'm trading. So this will be my 4 hours. And sometimes I want to see what is going on also on daily. So you can see now on 4 hours, I see this red candle. I see that, okay, we are having a pullback on 4 hours. On 1 hour, I can see it's really down. So on 15 minutes, what I will be doing on 15 minutes is to go short. I will be waiting to go short on 15 minutes because this will be my entry chart. But what I will be expecting now on these 4 hours is for this to come back and touch this 50 EMA. Yeah, the 50 EMA. So once it touches it, like here, this can go a little bit up. This can go a little bit up and this come down. So if we have bounce back here, so it means that the upward movement will continue. Why do I say so? Because if you look at our, let's take a look at a naked chart. Now, indirectly, I'm looking to the market for the week, guys. So if you look over here, this is EURUSD. I'm going to review just EURUSD. So we have this going on right now. Okay, you can see on daily that we are up. This is our 50 EMA. Okay, this is a 50 EMA. You can see we are on strong bullish. We have been on this box for a while. Now we break out. Now the breakout, I'm expecting it to come back to retest this point right here. So that is what I will be expecting, for us to come and retest this spot right here. So if you come back, we might have something like this. We might have something like this and it bounce back. And if that happens, it will not stop, okay, until we get to this place. And why am I picking this place? When you take a look over here, that is a very long time, but you see right there, that was the last place that the market got to, and this was actually 2018 February. So that was the last place that the market got to. So this place will be our resistance if the market continues up. Okay, if the market continues up like that. Then somebody was asking the question, how do you know the major reversal also? So if I pick this Fibonacci retracement and I draw it from here, this is Fibo, and I draw it from up, to this point also. Let's take a look at that. So this would be, this is 61.8. So I will not be surprised if it comes to this 61.8 to bounce back also. So that is on regular chart. Let's remove this, delete. Now let's come to Tradermatic to see what we just talked about. Okay, on monthly, take a look at this on monthly charts. I mean, these are people that trade long trading. Somebody was asking about swing trading. Yes, this is where you talk about swing trading. So take a look at this. Look at this downward movement right here. See right there, you 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 see right there. So we broke, you see this point right here. This is a resistance. So EURUSD has been down since 2008. If you look, 2007 actually. EURUSD has been down since 2007. Take a look. Since 2008 on monthly chart. But we eventually broke here. We eventually broke. You see, it broke up, retested. So the next point we're expecting will be this point. If it breaks this point, it will not stop until get here. But I don't think it will go that far. So, but since it breaks out from here, it might, for the rest of the year, this December 2020, maybe it's going to get to this point before we finally have a reversal. That is my take. Now, when you look at the, so let's go to, let's come to Tradermatic and see what is going on over there. So on Tradermatic, what I just show you right now, so this is monthly. Do you see? So the same thing that I just share right now on the naked chart, you see on monthly, it has been like down, okay? So if it continues like this, we are expecting it to get to this point right there. Let's make it like this, something like this. If it leaves that spot, then it will go up. But I know that, okay, most retail traders are not trading on monthly. So that's why we come down to weekly and see what is going on weekly. And you can see on weekly, this also, this is our 50 EMA. You can see the price is above it. So it means we are still bullish on weekly. So, and looking at this, come down the same line. Do you see that line we draw? Do you see that it matches with 100%? Also over here, retracement, I mean the Fibo retracement extension. So right there, this is where I'm expecting this to get to before, even if we are going to have reversal. I might be wrong, but now let's come to daily. The same thing also over here. Okay, so right there, so we might have pullback, but the pullback is people are taking profit, but once that bullish resume, remember what we were talking about Bitcoin then, the same thing. So this is where I'm expecting it. And that's why it's always good you mark all those points, because history repeats itself. That's why when you go to hospital, you see right there, you go to the hospital and they're asking you about your mom, about your dad, because they want to be sure that, okay, so take a look. This point is very, very critical to us. Very, very critical when it comes to EURUSD. Very, very critical. So it might break, pull back, continue, but I'm expecting it to get to this point. But if it reverses, then we will be looking into downward movement. So if EURUSD should bounce back and reverse, then it will not stop until it gets to this point. but I still believe strongly that it's on up movement. Now, how do you also verify that? Let's look into, there's a tool that I posted to you guys last time, the IG sentiment. So when you look into this also, you can see EURUSD right now is is neutral because I believe it's weekend. The market is not up. But if you remember the last one I showed you, the institutions are more bullish, while the retail traders are like 70-something% bearish. And I told you the institutions, most of the time, they are always right because, I mean, come on, they are the market makers. All right. So remember, this is a holiday period. December is always a very, very critical month. Traders are trying to book their profit. And besides, in US, we still have the the presidential election issue, everything is still going on. So the market also is still waiting for that. Then remember, the pandemic also is still out there. So all of these contribute to the market, flip-flop, up and down. So trade with caution, but nobody becomes a professional swimmer by just reading and watching the video. You have to get there. You have to hold the mouse. You have to place the trade, okay? Nobody becomes a professional Forex trader by just attending the training, watching the videos, do the analysis, and you don't place the trade. If you don't place the trade, you don't know how you are doing. And that is the advantage of you having demo account. Demo trade. Who cares? If you lose money, you lose money, but that is on demo trading, okay? And once you start making money on demo, then you can know, okay, now it's time to transit to live account. And as I always say, if you are not making money on demo, don't go there. You're not going to make money on live account. There's no miracle that will happen. You must make money on demo first. You are profiting on demo account first, then you can now migrate to live accounts, okay? I want to say a very big thank you to you guys. And if you live in Dallas, Fort Worth, our Metroplex, today is our food truck program where we reach out to our community and be of blessing to them. So please, we need the volunteers. You can find your way down to our church location. We'll be glad to have you. Have a wonderful weekend and God bless you all.